Would it be great if Gordon Ramsay wrote romance novels under a pseudonym?
It would. Gordon Ramsay is one of those people, like figures that I can't relate to too much because they look too much like my dad.
Yeah, he does look like
weird.
my dad.
He does look like my dad. It's weird. I don't want to read a romance novel written by my dad.
Well, you can't see Gordon Ramsay as your
No, it's true. If I knew, it'd be too much. It would be, I would have to step away. It'd be too weird.
Well, unfortunately, Sarah will never be able to read Gordon Ramsay's hit romance novels.
It's a shame, really. Hi, BookTube. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Rebecca.
And today, we're getting ready for Contemporary-A-Thon.
Woo! Neither of us read much contemporary,
No.
so it's going to be exciting. I read a bit, but...
This is a step out of the comfort zone for me. I'm hard into the genre fiction.
Yeah.
This is the second round, and it is a readathon of contemporary novels originally started by Julie at Pages and Pens and co-hosted by Chelsea at Chelsea Darling Reads. And the new host this year, the third host, is Natasha at My Reading is Odd. Really excited to read along with them and see what other people are reading, so I thought we'd share what we're reading, what contemporary stuff we're reading. How about you kick it off, Mrs. My pile is bigger than your pile?
Usually there are always challenges, and I try to pick a book for every challenge, even if I don't get to them.
So
I
try and cross challenges.
That's, I mean, most of these can fit at least 2 or 3 challenges. I'm not gonna read all these. My life is a little bit busy right now.
I get your feeling though, if this is your intention about having options and then like what do you want to read at the time?
Yeah.
Because committing to the exact next thing I find so hard. I have to have options and be like, well, I feel like this one.
So I'm gonna go in order of the challenges. The first challenge is to read a book with pink on the cover. This has very little pink on the cover.
Oh my god, you have other books that have pink on the cover.
But I had them for other challenges. Regardless, I picked this because it's very short and it's highly illogical behavior by John Corey Whaley. There's a little bit of pink. There's some pink.
Alright, that's fine. That's fine.
Whatever. I don't think I remember what any of these are about, and I've just had a bottle of wine. The next challenge is your most recently acquired contemporary.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be a different novel, and then like 2 days ago, this came in the mail that I had pre-ordered months ago.
I've heard a lot about this one.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are talking about it.
It's American Panda by Gloria Chao. I remembered what it was about at the time when I pre-ordered it, like 3 or 4 or 5 months ago. But I don't know now, but look how adorable it is.
It looks really adorable.
I'm really excited. I think I'll be able to read this in like a day, because I think I'm going to get really into it. And yeah, reviews are coming out now, and they've all been like super glowing.
This is also my most recent. I actually just got both of these in the mail,
okay.
So they both count for that one. The first one was on your February TBR, but now it's on my February TBR. It's All American Boys by Jason Reynolds and Brendan Kiely. And I had just heard about Jason Reynolds because he had a new book coming out, and he was doing like the press rounds, and I heard some of his interviews, and he sounded like a fascinating guy, so I wanted to check him out. And I picked this one just because of the split point of views, and I thought maybe it would be an interesting place. Yeah.
Well, hopefully I also still get to it this month, and then we can talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The next one is a hyped book, and this is the book that I thought was going to be my most recently acquired read, and then when I realized it wasn't, I was like, I still really want to read it for Contemporary-A-Thon. And it's Let's Talk About Love by Claire Kann. This could fit the diverse one too, because it's about an asexual black girl, which I'm really excited about. I love this cover so much. Like,
it's really good.
This has been super hyped. People have been talking about it for a really long time, and I want to read it. Next one is a diverse book, and I'm going to hopefully read American Street by Ibi Zoboi. This has been on my TBR for a while, and then I found it at Book Outlet, and I was really excited, so I ordered it off Book Outlet. I really like the cover on this one too.
It's really pretty. Yeah. So I'm all into the graphic novels. You might have seen my graphic novel recommendations for Contemporary-A-Thon, in which I listed a bunch, but most of those I had already read. This is the one that I actually purchased recently, so I'm going to read it first. And this is Giant Days, created and written by John Allison and illustrated by Lissa Trayman.
I've read this.
You have read it?
I have it.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know. You have a comic book that I don't have.
I know.
So for comic books, I rarely read contemporary, and it's not usual for me, but this is one that I've heard good things about, so I'm going to check it out. Normally I only buy them if they're like my favorites, and
yeah. I
usually get them from the library for most other things if I can.
The next challenge is a dark or taboo, and this is the one dark I could think of, and it's Room by Emma Donoghue, which I think we all kind of know about this one. I've actually seen this movie. I normally don't like to read the movie.
Oh!
Room,
the movie. I know of the movie, I didn't know it was a book.
Yeah.
Okay. That seems kind of taboo, yeah.
I didn't think I was going to read the book, and then I was hearing great things about it, and I was like, okay, the movie was so good. Like, it was really good. Partially because I'm in love with Brie Larson, but also just because it's very good. So, this is one of the only dark ones I had, except for The Girl in 6E, which I had read, like, right before this.
Yeah.
It's fine. The next, I actually got 2 for the contemporary graphic novel, because I found one, and then I really wanted to read another one.
Okay.
They're both memoirs, actually.
Okay.
This first one is called Spinning by Tillie Walden, and is about her life as a figure skater for a brief period of time. And it mentions about potentially dealing with her sexuality and whatnot. I got this from the library, and I'm pretty excited about it. Second one is Persepolis by Marjane Satrapi, and this is about the author's life living in Iran, which I've heard fucking glowing
I've actually
things
read
about
this.
Oh, you have read this?
I almost put it in my graphic novel recommendations, but I thought a lot of people had read it. So
I think a lot of people have.
I didn't want to put too obvious things in my graphic novel recommendations. I wanted to put maybe things people wouldn't have heard of.
Yeah. I had, like, forgotten that I heard of this, and then I was at the library, and I picked it up, and I was like, oh, I know this one! But I hadn't read it, and it's very short, and I think it'll be an important read. Yeah. So
the last one I'm going to read is The King of Bourbon Street by Thea DeSalle, which is a pseudonym for someone who I don't know. It says pseudonym for a New York Times best-selling author.
But we don't know who.
And I can't find out who. If you know who Thea DeSalle is...
Who would your guess be?
Gordon Ramsay.
New York Times best-selling author.
Okay, so it's like, it's New Orleans. Maybe it's like, what's the woman who wrote, like, the True Blood series? Like, the Sookie Stackhouse.
Charlene Harris?
Yeah, now she wants, like, she wants to go undercover.
Maybe.
And she's like, I want people to not remember True Blood when I write my next thing. Because that's also New Orleans-y. It's also Louisiana.
Yeah. I think it's her. I think you're right.
You think so?
No.
I don't think that's right. So this one takes place in New Orleans. It's from the Enola series, which I think is N-O-L-A for New Orleans, Louisiana. It's sort of a young lady meets like a rich man kind of deal. It's one of those. But it sounded fun, and it sounded really like core Louisiana, core New Orleans experience. Kind of a fun world that it takes place in. So I thought I'd check it out, and I've heard some good things about it. So it looked kind of fun.
Contemporary romance. You do not read those.
Well, you know, the Beards in Bondage series was all contemporary, and that was so good.
Yeah,
that was really good.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
The last challenge is to read a recommendation, and that they even like specified like it could just be a booktuber who recommends a book, something like that. And I picked The Smell of Other People's Houses, Bonnie Sue Hitchcock, and I've been wanting to read it for a long time, and a lot of booktubers have recommended this one. So.
Yeah. Alright, BookTube, that's what we're reading for Contemporary-A-Thon. We might do a little vlogging, might do a little live streaming, we'll see. Keep an eye out because we're about to read a bunch of contemporary.
Hopefully.
Maybe. Probably. See you next time, BookTube.